Welcome to episode 61 of the Perspective Podcast. This is where we chat about music, all that fun stuff, all that good stuff that's happening in this world with music, life, everything, every perspective into one. But in this episode, I got something interesting to talk about, and we're talking about festivals. Festival season is on the horizon, and I love a good festival. I've been to quite a few in my life while I've been alive for 23 years. And we're just going to talk about festivals for this episode. The first festival that I went to was Wireless Festival. This was 2019. Well, I went for just a Saturday, and the lineup for just one day was actually remarkable. You had Sheck West, M Huncho, if you know who that is. You had Mostak, this is like the UK artist. You had Skepta, top tier. Lancey, top tier. This was when he was still coming up. Then you had Juice WRLD, bro. And this at this point, I wasn't really a big Juice WRLD stan. This was 2019, so this was after he dropped his Death Race to Love, something like that. I don't know if it's Death Race to something like that. That was after he dropped that album, so he was just, just playing a lot of songs from that album. And yeah, I remember just watching him from afar, and I was like, yo, this guy he's got the crowd going crazy because I was watching it from the back and you could see people like moshing or like just jumping and they were going crazy. And it's just mad how that felt like I could just remember it like it was yesterday just watching him perform. And then to hear the news about him passing, I was actually sad about that because I was like, bruh, I just saw him perform not long months ago, and then for that to happen, it's actually sad. So R.I.P. Juice WRLD, he was a good performer. He always had the crowd going crazy, and I wish I got to see his whole performance. But got to see a glimpse of it, which is something I'm grateful for. But yeah, it was good to see him perform. And then after that, you had Trippie Redd, and this was when he was still like in his prime, 2019. I don't know about prime, but he was still doing well. Like he was still dropping bangers, bro. Like he was still dropping bangers. 2019, like he played Bang, and I was so happy to hear that because that's like one of my favorite Trippie Redd songs that he's ever done. I can't do this anymore. Trying not to be ignored. Oh my god, that is such a good song. Seeing Trippie Redd live was good because I was like, he was at the top of his game when I started listening to like SoundCloud and just music from SoundCloud. The 6ix9ine, the Trippie Redds, the Travis Scotts, the Cartis, the Uzis, like they were all there, bro. He was all there, so I was like kind of happy to just like see them there at that point. And then after that, it was Young Thug, which is insane. And then after that, it was Future. And then Future literally brought out the whole UK scene. He brought out D Block Europe. He brought out literally everyone, like NSG, the whole UK scene. He brought out everyone. Krypton Conan, like he brought out everyone, bro. You really would think that he's in charge of this whole UK game, but he brought out everyone, which is nice to see. And then after that, bro, after Future, it was Travis Scott. All in one day is insane. Like you can never get that now. Future, Travis Scott, Young Thug, Juice WRLD, Skepta, all in one day is ridiculous. Like all of them now are headliners. Literally all of them are headliners now to the point that it's difficult to get them all to perform in one day because yes, in this world there's a lot of ego. Like nah, we're this price. We're not at the old price we were 2019. So it's actually kind of mad how if you put things into perspective, like it costs a lot of money to get these people to perform at festivals. So yeah, to get them all at that point in one day, no chance. Like it has to be separate because, bro, these guys are big now. Like they're bigger than how they were before. You know what I mean? Like Travis is not 2019 Travis. Like this was what Astroworld era. He's like Utopia era. After Astroworld, bro, that shit literally blew him up like ridiculous, and Utopia, and that tour doing a ridiculous amount. Future, is just been going crazier. Skepta, like yeah, bro, he's been going crazy, and he still has not dropped an album since 2019, which is ridiculous. The higher you get, the more the prices go up, man. And for a festival, it's difficult to get all these like big acts that we all love because we all want them to be at this festival in one day or in a weekend, but it costs a lot of money to get these artists to perform there. That's why, for example, Rolling Loud are getting more of the underground artists because, bro, all these big artists that we love, they're too expensive now. And when it comes to like sponsors, paying for equipment, paying for all these like different things that need to be paying for. All that money is mainly going on the artists, and not a lot is actually being like for the things that are needed. And even not even for directors, the people that have done the festival themselves, that they don't get nothing because all of that money is going to the artist. But hey, as I said, that will be another conversation. Wireless 2019, that was my first festival that I ever went to. I was 16 at the time. Like 16, bro. It's true when people say that when when you're a teenager, you see colors more brightly, or is it something like things, so the stories are more vivid. Like it was such a vivid day. Like I remember it, like I remember it. I remember the outfit that I was in. I was in red pair of shorts, red shorts, and it was like velvet. It was the Huncho collection that it did with Boohoo, man. Oh, I was obsessed with that. The shoes that I wore, I still have them till this day. They were these Jordans. I forgot what they're called, but they were the ones that had like, it was minimal design, just laces, and it was very comfy. I was like, yeah, I'm wearing this. You know, you see the color coordination: red shorts, red black shoes with like a white design on it, and then I wore a trap star. I wore a trap star t-shirt. This is how you know this is 2019, bro. I would never wear this now. Trap star. But when I wore that, bro, I was thinking, yeah, this is it. Because at that time, bro, it was it. I was, I wore that, yeah, bro. And I had like a high top at the time. It wasn't like how my hair is now, where it's like, it's more on the sides, but it was literally a high top, and I had like brown hair because there was at a time during the summer where my hair would like, when it gets warmer, my hair would go brown. I think it was probably the S curl that I was using. If you know what S curl is, it's like something to relax your hair a bit more. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, I remember waking up. I woke up early, like very very early on that day, just to get there, because I wanted to see I wanted to see my people. I woke up so early. I got the coach to London. I remember I got the ticket. I have a physical ticket, and it costed me £75 for a wireless ticket. You are not getting that now, bro. £75 for a festival to see all those people in one day, bro. That is like a rare golden ticket. That is such a rare ticket, but yeah. And I remember I was in high school when they dropped the lineup. And then, bro, this is ridiculous to even say. I remember I was in high school when they dropped the lineup, and I was messaging my sister like, "Yo, get me this, like, please give me this ticket." And she got me the ticket. I was so happy, bro. But like, yeah, I remember it vividly. Like this shit, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. But yeah, this really started my obsession with music, festivals, just see things live, because it's a beautiful world, bro. It's amazing. That was technically like my first experience in a mosh pit. Like my first prop. Actually, no, it wasn't. My first one was Future, but it was my first festival experience. And boy, I'm so happy for my height. Because if I was smaller, I would have hated it. But when it came to Future set, bro, I was moshing like a madman. But when it came to Travis's set, I think for Travis's set, I wasn't too deep in the crowd. I was in like a good area because I didn't want to get too. I was just enjoying it. And one thing, I think me and my cousin, because I was with my cousin at the time, he smokes, and I never really smoked. I think I was gonna say maybe it was my first time smoking at a festival. I was like, you know what, let's do it before Travis comes on. Let's get it, bro. I was tripping out, bro. I was tripping because Travis's visuals were going crazy, but yeah, that was such a good like set, and he played all the bangers: Astro Thunder, Carousel, R.I.P. Screw, Wake Up. This was the lead up to Heist in the Room before he even dropped it. This was like insane, bro. He was playing all his bangers. Another song that he played that was like he doesn't play anymore. He played ZZ, which is Love Galore. Bro, he just played all his bangers. He brought out Sheck West and he did Mo Bamba. Bro, it was a top tier moment. Yeah, that was my first festival. And then it just went on after that. I think it was Park Life 2021. And then it was, after that, it was Wireless again. Reading Festival, Creamfields. If you know what Creamfields is, it's like a house techno drum and bass. Like, yeah, it's that type of festival. I went there to work, and your boy did not work. I mean, I did, but I barely did work, bro. I was there to enjoy my time. Whenever I found the time to just leave, we did that. Like, I made sure to get every penny worth for me being there, and we did that. That was such a funny festival, but going to those type of festivals, yeah, when like a house techno, you realize that it's not normal to be sober. It's not normal to be sober. I don't think I drank, but I didn't take any other substance. Everyone was asking me for every substance, every psychedelic, you name it. I was like, nah, you guys, you have your fun, but I'm just not doing that. And yeah, it makes you realize that like these, it's kind of scary, bro. Like, it's normal to be off your face in these festival grounds, but me personally, as long as I got my drink, I'm happy. That's all I needed. I think those are all the festivals, but the main one that I went to as of recent last year, Coachella. That is a festival that everyone has to go to. I don't know how to explain it, but it has a vibe that you just can't make up. And I'm still yet to go to Glastonbury, but Coachella is a ridiculous festival, bro. It's fun. Of course, you got the things where like people do the most with their outfits and stuff, but when all that stuff is done, when it's like that time to actually enjoy your time at the festival ground, you're actually gonna enjoy it because one, you get your money's worth, even though it's expensive. Two, you meet a whole lot of people from around the world, which is similar to Glastonbury. And three, the weather is amazing. The weather's perfect. It's good. And five, I don't know if it said three, whatever. You get all the special guests, bro. You get all the people that come out. Like during Travis's set at Coachella, he brought out Don Toliver and he brought out Sheck West. I mean, that may not be crazy to everyone, but for me, that was sick. Bro, we saw Claro. Oh my god, we saw Claro. Claro may have been my favorite set that whole weekend, despite seeing Travis. Like that was an amazing performance that I will never forget. I was just watching, I was just watching the. Oh, bro, she's such a good performer. I'm actually gonna have to look at my videos and just wow. And that's the what stage was that? That was like the Yumi. I don't know because one thing about Coachella, they have different stages, right? And bro, walking from stage to stage, there's the Sahara tent, right? And then you have the Coachella stage. The Coachella stage is like the biggest one. It's amazing how they have their stage design. It's actually sick with like everything. I was really at all when I was there. I was thinking, I used to dream about all this. Now we're here. I couldn't believe it, bro. It was insane. You got the main stage, and then all the way to the other side, you got the Sahara tent, and the Sahara tent is like it's a ridiculous stage, bro. You have to go there. But one thing about that stage, bro, walking from different stages, you're dead ass walking for like 20 minutes. But if you're drunk, bro, that shit will feel like you're walking for 5 seconds. But literally, but yeah, that like you have to go to Coachella if you haven't. It's such a good festival that I enjoy my time there. Of course, you got the stigma that it gets. It's an influencer festival and stuff. Cool, like of course you'll get that whatever festival you go to. But if you haven't gone and experienced yourself, bro, don't say anything, please. Like, actually enjoy your time. Like, go there because it's worth going. Even as a Brit, it's worth going to that festival because you will enjoy your time. I for sure did. And I loved it. I was at 22 and I was like, it really opened my mind. Like, yo, this is crazy. You see so many different people and the beautiful women, bro. Wow, bro. The beautiful women are everywhere, and hearing that American accent, it doesn't sound real. You'll think like you're in a TV show because that's all you've heard. But, bro, it doesn't seem real. It's not real, bro. Honestly, I'd recommend for you to go to Coachella one time in your life at a young age, at whatever age you are. Go there because it's a good festival, and I'd recommend it because you will have a good time, and that's facts. And I'm going to use the time to talk about the festivals that are going on this year. BBC Radio 1 have a festival that they're doing, right? And it's called Big Weekend. And these are the headliners that they've got for the festival. This is for the Friday. You've got Fatboy Slim, Fisher, MK, Sony, Fudge Rare, and you've got a whole lot of artists that I do not know. The Saturday, you've got Zara Lawson, Lola Young, Ellie Goulding, Louis from One Direction. Nothing But Thieves, Sky Newman, James Blake, which is actually really good. I don't know anyone else on the lineup. Speaking of James Blake, bro, I listened to his album. It's amazing. Like, you have to listen to it. Then you have the Sunday, which is Olivia Dean, C-Mac, Dermot Kennedy, haven't really heard of him, Kalani, which is a random link up. Then you have Miles Smith, Dubby Mans. Then you have Niall Horan, I think that's how I say it, from One Direction. It's kind of tough that you've got One Direction acts on separate days. Then you have Ezra Collective, Georgia Smith, Low. To be fair, Sunday really has the best day. Not even just because of Olivia D, but it really is the best day. Like you've that's really you getting your money's worth. You are getting your money's worth on that Sunday. They definitely blew that budget for that Sunday. The Friday is like it's just a light one, but then that Sunday, they knew what they were doing, and I can't lie to you, that is a decent that you know what, it's a good warm up for the festivals that go this year because of course you have Reading Festival, which is basically the Glastonbury Festival this year because Glastonbury's not on in 2026 because they're having an off year. And I'm still yet to go there. And we will be there at some point. No word of a doubt, we'll be at that festival. Overall, I like that festival. I like the lineup. I think it's cool. Nothing crazy. It's just a standard, like for someone who likes to listen to the radio, you would get the people that you listen to. And Olivia Dean, bro, she's like, what a woman. Speaking of her, she's going on tour next month, right? And I really want to see her, but all the tickets have sold out. But you're damn right. If I find a ticket, I will be there. Facts. Because I want to see, is the art of loving. Like, who doesn't want to see that, bro? This is the Coachella lineup. Is the art of loving. Oh my gosh, Sabrina Carpenter. On Friday for Coachella, you got Sabrina Carpenter, the XX9. Don't know who they are. Disclosure, Turnstile. Ooh, Turnstile. Cat's Eye, Teddy Swims, Gideon, Sexy Red, Central C, Blood Orange, Fake Mink, Lee. They got me on there. Ketama, CMAT. That's all I could really see on that Friday that like I know of. And then on the Saturday, you've got Justin Bieber, The Strokes, Giveon, Addison Rae. Addison Rae being above Labyrinth and Somber is wow to me. Like, that is ridiculous. Addison Rae. That's actually crazy, bro. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Does she really have that much of a fan base that she's that high on the list? She's really above Sway Lee. She's above Pink Pantheress. Like, what? Huh? I don't know. There's something dodgy about that. Like, but yeah, you got The Strokes, Giveon, Addison Rae, Labyrinth, Somber. Man, I love Somber, bro. His music's fire. Interpol, Alex G, Sway Lee, Pink Pantheress, Davido, Iggy's fire. That's all I really know. And on Sunday, you got Karol G. She's like the Hispanic artist. I don't really listen to her music. You got Young Thug. You got Lofi, Major Lazer. What a throwback. FKA Twigs, Wet Leg, Clips. You know damn well they're gonna bring out Pharrell Williams. You got Little Sims, which is very valid. Duke Dumont. Oh my gosh, Duke Dumont. That is such a throwback. If you know their music, yeah, they had the UK in a chokehold with their music. They have this song called "As Long As I Got You." Like, their music was so far. I don't really know anyone else. One thing about Coachella, they are good at bringing the underrated artists that we just have never heard of. Like, they're really good at doing that. But yeah, that's Coachella. I do think the lineup from last year was better, not just because Travis, but it had the headline was more strong. The Friday was the Lady Gaga, the Saturday was Travis Scott, and then Sunday was Post Malone. That is heavy. That is actually a strong headline. Like, Lady Gaga, she's a good performer. I don't listen to her music, but her headline set when I was watching it was actually really good. I didn't get to see Post Malone set because I've already seen him, so I was like, yeah. And from seeing the stuff, I was like, I'm not really keen on seeing him that much. Me and my guys, I made friends with these American, bro, they're my guys. Who am I talking about? I made friends with people when I was in there because I was staying at Airbnb with them. Shout out to Reddit. Because if it wasn't for Reddit, bro, I would not have had a place to stay at. But shout out to them, man. They literally helped me. Like, they are the goats. We stayed at Airbnb, which honestly, the place that we stayed at was really nice. It was actually chill. And Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the place that we stayed at was in Palm Springs, and it was like a 5-10 minute walk. But we had to get Uber, bro. We were so tired. But like, just there's just something about that festival. You have to. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a fever dream that I couldn't believe my eyes, bro. I couldn't. Every second I was just like, every color was very vibrant to me, and I was just walking around thinking, this is it. And I know that I'm in debt. I know I'm in overdraft, but this moment right here just means everything to me. Like, there was just something about being there that words just could not fathom. That I was like, this is it. This is actually it. But yeah, that's the festival lineup for Reading. I mean, that's Coachella. Reading Festival have still not announced their phase 2. It's starting to get a bit sus. It's starting to get very sus. I really want to see Miggy on that lineup. I really want to see Miggy. That would be really good. I really want to see Miggy, honestly. But yeah, like I don't know who else they're gonna have on that lineup. It'd be nice to have Pink Pantheress. That would be sick. But they're really taking the time, and it's starting to get a bit suspicious. They've actually never taken this long to drop a lineup, like to drop a second phase lineup. They always do it at the end of February. We're mid March now. Like it's probably gonna be done. They're probably gonna announce it next week because it will be the last of March. But damn, like come on now. Like, you know what I mean? We need to know these answers because the Friday and Saturday is it at Reading has like sold out, which is kind of crazy. And but Leeds is still, it's still underground, but hey, that's good. Keep things underrated. The nightlife at Leeds, bro, that is literally like I want to see that. I never got to experience it, so I want to see that for the first time. But Reading and Leeds, I don't know what they're doing with their marketing, but they're taking their time. They're taking their damn time. And if they're taking their damn time, it may be good. Whatever logistics they've got going on with the artists that are headlining, they must have something. They must, and they should. Because if they don't, then I'll be disappointed. I mean, regardless, we'll be there. And, yeah, who knows what's gonna happen this year? Who knows? They may ask me to be on stage. Like, you never know. You never know. Rolling Loud, you got Carti, Don Toliver, and then who's the other headliner? NBA YoungBoy, and then after that, it's just like underrated artists. And in my opinion, I understand why they did that. You know, like give all these other artists a chance. In the future, you'll see like, okay, maybe this was worth doing because these artists that are underground, they'll probably be like the big artists. And obviously, saying that now may be a stretch because you just don't see it. But trust the process, bro. There's beauty in having that hunger being an undercard that it may unleash someone to be like a ridiculous performer without even realizing. So give it some time, bruh. Give it some time because there was a point in 2017. There was a point in 2017 where they had like everyone, like Future, Migos, Travis, like everyone. But this was when they weren't even like headlining acts. Like they were a bit not under the radar. Like of course they're big, but they weren't headlining acts. And now these are headlining acts. Like back then we'd be like, okay, you know what, maybe these guys, but like this is the new generation now, and you have to accept the change in times that are adapting with it. Of course, Rolling Loud is a predominantly, not even predominantly, it's a hip hop festival. It's a hip hop festival. It's not like say it's a diverse festival. So it's not like say they can bring Beyonce, which she would not do. I mean, you never know. It's not like say they can bring other people like that. You know what I mean? It's hip hop for a reason. But I feel like they could do something. But it would be nice to see them bring like I don't know, like Busta Rhymes or I don't know, someone like in like Lauren Hill. It'd be good to see acts like that. But I don't Rolling Loud are they're not on that wavelength to bring the like old school artists. That's not them. Like it would be sick to have like a Snoop Dogg set. Like I think they could have done that, like mix the new gen with the old gen. But they're just like so focused on the new stuff that they said fuck the old shit, which I understand, but yeah, it would have been good to see them bring like a few of the old school artists that are like really big for a reason. Like imagine having like a Mark Ronson set. Like if you know Mark Ronson, then boo, he's like he's a DJ from the 90s, right? And he he's he was born in UK, but he was raised in New York, and he's the one who did a lot of songs for Amy Winehouse. You know, he produced majority of that album. He produced the song Uptown Funk for Bruno Mars. You know, he's worked on a lot of artists like Dua Lipa. Like he's done a lot. And I was reading listening. I was listening to his book, and yeah, he was really going to get it at the age of 20, 21, 22, and it shows that like when you're at a young age, bro, what do you have to lose? Like there's really nothing to lose other than just going for it, because you'd rather go all in now than to regret in the future. Be like, damn, why didn't I do this? But yeah, it'd be good to have like a Mark Ronson set, like a DJ set from an artist that's like contributed a lot. Like imagine having like Boy Wonder, or like imagine having uh Carlo Got Wings, like having his own set. It like I don't know, like I think things from a different angle. Like it'd be good to have like a producer headline or producer do something, but you know, music is music. There's a whole logistics behind it. With festivals coming up, you got a whole lot of tips and tricks that we can all like advise you. And these are like things from festivals that I've realized. Everyone is always gonna be like trying to dress the best, and in my opinion, I'm always gonna be that type of guy that would dress nice, but you know, in the means that I can be comfortable, that I'm not gonna be too uncomfortable. I'm a type of guy that likes to get in a crowd. I'm not claustrophobic, even though at times it can be a bit much, you know. But I like to get in a crowd, and being in a crowd, it gets sweaty. So if I get sweaty, bro, I'm gonna get sweaty because I'm enjoying myself. I'm not gonna be that type of guy that's gonna be like far back, unless it's an artist that I'm not really like fussed about. But I wanna be in that crowd. You know, I wanna be in there, bro. I wanna actually experience it, because I feel like you get the best out of it, bro. Like I'm not here to be perfect in like my outfit. I'm here to enjoy it, get sweaty, bro. Like enjoy it, you know what I mean? Like go bar for bar, singing this shit out loud, bro. I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. But I think that's the best way to enjoy it, and you're really getting your money's worth. Like, why wouldn't you do that? And as well, if any of you like to drink, right, bring like them little pouches, put that in like your boxes or your socks, or whatever. You're chilling. I don't condone this, by the way, but from my experience, it works. Like, I did that at Coachella, one of the biggest festivals in the world, and it went smoothly. Just the drinking. I don't bring any other substance other than alcohol because I'm not a smoker. But yeah, if you're actually gonna go to like a festival, bro, like, have like a little pouch and bring like put it in your boxes or something, or like get them miniatures, like alcohol miniatures, stash that in like your pouch, stash it in your boxes. You know, you're chilling and bring that in. You're fine. Like you know what I mean? Because bro, paying for alcohol in at a festival is expensive. When I was at Coachella, bro, or just anywhere, it's just expensive for no reason. And I understand, like, bro, get your money's worth, but it's not worth it, bro. Like, I remember when I was at Coachella, bro, for a lemonade, it was like $20. Thinking, what on earth? And bro, the people that I was with, they were willing to pay that price. I'm looking at them thinking, what? Like, what? I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. Maybe that's like the broke side of me or the stingy side of me, but bro, I'm not paying that. I'd rather drink water and have a delusional mindset that this is lemonade. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that. In the city, I get the you bring a pouch. It's expensive. Drinks in there. I'm not doing that. I'll be honest. When you're with your friends, have a meet-up point, because it's always going to be you're always going to get lost. You're going to lose your friends, bro. You're going to lose them. The signal in some places, some festival grounds, they're just horror. That you may as well take off that iMessage and just do text message. It goes a long way. You know, one thing I find so annoying is like ringing them when the music is so loud that I have to like do this just to hear what you're saying, and I can't even hear it because the bass is going crazy. Like, yeah, so have a good meetup point. I think that's the best thing you can do. If you know someone, like figure out who has the best service, who has the worst. I for sure have the worst service, but when it comes to, I'm on Sky Mobile. I'm on Sky Mobile. It is. I love Sky, but man, it is not it. I like this is my last year on Sky Mobile with the phone that I'm on. Man, I like damn well I am not sticking with Sky Mobile. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I can't stay with it, bro. I can't, and that is not happening. Not at all. But yeah, figure out who has the best like service so that whoever you need to like message or ring, you do that. What's another thing? Um Enjoy it, man. Go to as many sets. I think, sometimes you can get so and this is me. Sometimes I can get so like controlled onto like who I want to see that all the other people I don't care. And I do that. I kind of can do that. And it's about like just walking around and just seeing whoever, because the people that you do not expect, bro, you will actually enjoy their music without even realizing. So yeah, I think that's an important thing to do. Walk around, bro. Don't really be as dialed into the people that you want to see. It's okay to wonder about and to just like see someone else, because you never know, you may actually enjoy their music. So I'd recommend for you to do that. Go to just as many as you can, bro. Get your money's worth, because you never know, that one person that you see will be a headliner and you didn't even realize, because you didn't realize, but you just like, okay, why don't you just like tap into them, see what they're saying, like you never know how things are gonna go. So yeah, I'd say like do that, because see everyone, see as many people as you can. Get that bucket list stacked up instead of just seeing all the big acts, you know what I mean? Like go see the other people, because that's what makes a festival, seeing as many people. Speaking to different people as well, man. In the crowds, literally during the day, like speak to different people, go to the like little bars that they have, go to the little like Easter eggs that the festivals are having, because you end up enjoying it a bit more than the actual headlining set itself. Like when I went to Wireless with my boys, we went to this like Red Bull section and it was amazing. It was better than the actual festival that day. You know what I mean? But you enjoy the things more than the festival or the performances itself by just walking around, going to different sites, because you won't really have an expectation. So you just go in there, you just like go in there with open eyes and just like enjoying it. So I'd highly recommend for you to do that, because yeah, it's actually really exciting, and you just speak to a whole lot of different people. And if you got a VIP, you can go anywhere. So yeah, like do that. You never know what you're gonna you never know you never know who you're gonna stumble upon. And yeah, just do whatever. Like have fun. Think when you go to a festival, there's no limit. Just enjoy it. Make the most out of it. I don't know. Say that you're Stormzy's dad. I don't know. Like say that you're Travis's best friend. Say that you're Drake's manager. I don't know. Like you can get away with so much at a festival, but as long as you're yourself, bro, you like have fun, bro. Like do anything, create your content, because these are the times that people be watching. TikTok, Instagram, all these things are like it's the new generation, bro. And yeah, man, like take it there. You never know where it will end up going. Another thing that I wanted to say, but I've literally just forgot. Yeah, just enjoy your festivals, bro. Enjoy. I love a festival so much, and I love making memories in these places. I think my problem last year was I went to all these festivals by myself. I went to Wireless Festival by myself. I went to Coachella by myself. But when I was at Coachella, I made friends with the people that I was staying with, so I was with them most of the time. But I realized today actually that going to these things on your own, yes, it's good, but too much of it can be a bit much, especially in another country. Like that's actually a big risk that we did, and I didn't really realize until today that I was like, yo, that is actually mega, and people would not do that, and yeah, going with someone makes the experience better. But being on your own at times, it's refreshing and you're at peace with it. However, when I was at Wireless Festival on that Sunday, I was the most bored I ever was, because I was on my own. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the performances, but the in between breaks, bro, I was on my phone. I was so bored. I was over with it. I was done. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to speak to someone, but I didn't know who to speak to. I had no clue. Like it can get lonely, and that's one thing I had to realize. Like, damn, I'm not here to do this by myself. Doing this journey and doing this by myself, it's not as fun. It's so much better to have people with you, to have like a team, to just have a friend and just experience these things, even if they don't end up well. It's better to experience highs and lows with a person or with a group because it makes everything worth it. It makes everything better. It's an experience that we can all cherish instead of it being just solo dolo. Even though doing some things alone is needed, it's good for the soul and mind because you can actually do things that you want to do. But yeah, last year was really just me. That it wasn't really about the people around me, and the way that things have changed so far for me this year is like I can't keep doing these for myself. It's not for me. It's for everyone. It's for whoever I can, bring upon the journey because that is it. I think there's so much meaning behind doing things with people, having that community. That's why I've literally got this podcast. Like, it's never about me and I never want it to be about me. It's all of us. I want to share that. I want to embrace it. I want to embrace the highs and lows with people, not by myself. I think you get more blessings, you get more reward from reaping things with people than just doing it on your own all the time. However, I feel like at times you've got to do things alone because not everyone can understand or not everyone can not everyone can grasp it, and that's okay. But that's one thing I had to learn, and I feel like I learned it the hard way. Doing things alone too much can be daunting. It's like when you've experienced something in high school with someone and it's like when you speak to them you can talk about that. Experiencing these things alone at times I can't bring it up to, or I can, but it won't be the same because I didn't experience it with anyone, so it won't hit as much. So I'm at this phase in my life that I'm kind of done doing things up too much on my own. I think it's a balance that I missed out on, that I went overboard doing things so much alone. And to be fair, honestly, I feel like I needed it. I was fresh out of a breakup. I was in a like 2 year relationship. Yeah, I was in a relationship, so it was difficult. I was on my own. Didn't really have anyone to really like speak to, and things are different. Things have changed, and having a different lens to life is like, damn. if only, if only you knew how great things would be. But every bit of that moment was needed to how things are now, and I'm grateful for everything. But yeah, going through a breakup will change you. It will change you as a person, and damn, it did, bro. I never thought that I'd be doing so many things on my own. Like, I never like going to LA for 2 weeks by myself, staying in different hostels. I could not believe my eyes. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, bro. Honestly, that was ridiculous. But yeah. So this is some advice. Like, do things with people, but at the same time, have that moment to yourself. It's important, and experience with your people, man. That's one thing that I'm learning. And in 2026, I want to do more things with people instead of doing it alone all the time. Kind of overdoing it by myself too much. Like it gets boring, and when I hate to be boring, I want to share and experience these blessings with my people because that's what life is about. And it's a shame it took me a year to realize that, but now I think that's everything about perspective. Wow, this just got deep. This just got really deep. But yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Episode 61. We're still going. We're every day we're growing. We're changing the setup every week because I'm just not we're not there yet with the setup. I wasn't a fan of the setup from last week. So we had to switch it up, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Um I'll be listening to new artists. Well, not new. Listening to new albums. Bruno Mars's album, The Romantic. It's a good album, but for me, it's very, safe. The best song on there is Dance With Me. Amazing. There's Harry Styles' album, a good album. He has a song called Take Back and Coming Up Roses. Phenomenal. You have James Blake's album. I was not expecting it to be that good, but it sounds amazing. It really gave me goosebumps during one song. Like my ears got goosebumps. But yeah, it's a phenomenal album. Someone else dropped an album. Oh, Jack Harlow, he dropped an R&B album, and I like it. And I know that he said one thing during the interview, which is gonna get a lot of hate. It was like, oh, my music is more black or something is more black. Like, I know people are gonna take that to heart. Like, oh, saying that is a bit. When I heard that, I was like, damn, you know, people are actually gonna get onto you. But yeah, it's just the way the game is. It's a good album. It's easily digestible, and I think that's all you need from an album. I literally said it's like background music that you can just play while you're doing your tasks. And yeah, they literally mentioned that in the podcast. It's like Sunday cleanup music. It's nothing too deep to process. It just sounds good, melodic, and it's cool. Another artist that we'll be listening to, well, band, is Alice in Chains. Their music is cool. Yeah, I didn't realize how much of a fan base they have. And then after listening to Alice in Chains, I listened to Pearl Jam. Their music is fire. The songs that I like from both of them is I like Black from Pearl Jam, but the other one that was like Red Letter, but letter, it was like Red something. I don't know how to. I forgot. Alice in Chains are really good for anyone who wants to tap into them. I recommend it. But yeah, we're still on this phase of tapping into different artists, and it confuses me. It baffles me each day how people are still interested. But hey, we keep going, and I'm grateful for everyone who's like tapping into our content. Anyone who's new, anyone who's old, anyone who's returning. Anyone who's returning, thank you. It means a lot to me, and we keep going every week. I've got my clothing with perspective. Copy it. We've got the t-shirt and we've got the jersey. I don't know how to promote it the best way. Hasn't really been performing as well, but we keep things going at all times, and yeah, that's how things go in this industry. Yeah, perspective. Episode 61. Festival season is upon us. Comment down below which festivals you guys will be going to this year, and yeah, hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you guys for next episode.